What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Friday night Smackdown review. A little bit late on this. Why? Because I was dead tired yesterday, and you know what? I just didn't have the energy, and I don't like it when I fall asleep while doing videos half the time. Because A, it's like I will clock out and then clock back in, and then have to almost remember quickly what I said before. But yeah, Smackdown, Miami, Florida tonight, folks. Kind of funny, them and AEW in the same state tonight. Well, Friday night, but what SmackDown, Miami, AEW's in Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, that is kind of funny. But SmackDown tonight, we did kick it off with multiple people talking about what's going on tonight, from Paul Heyman to Sami Zayn to Ricochet to the Viking Raiders, Usos, everyone. Basically talking about what they're doing tonight on the show and stuff. Rousey, all of them. But we did kick off with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Sami Zayn versus Ricochet. A good match. But of course, everybody's talking about the finish. Johnny Knoxville coming out there, basically interfering. Sami Zayn got distracted and whatnot. Ricochet ended up hitting like a Frankenstein roll up for the win, which now Ricochet is the new Intercontinental Champion. So good for him, because Ricochet. I'm be honest, I'm almost surprised Ricochet is still here in a way. I kind of was like probably gone a while ago and whatnot. Some probably what I got released. He's good, very good in the ring. Just we all know with the mic and all that. But Ricochet, I just sometimes forget Ricochet was here half the time. But Ricochet did win the Intercontinental title, which now, of course, it's going to be Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, which Sami Zayn, you know, did challenge Knoxville at WrestleMania. So the good thing is that it is not for the Intercontinental Championship, and it'll just have a one-on-one. So with Ricochet now being the new Intercontinental Champion, who will face him at WrestleMania again for the title. So we'll see what happens, but at least Knoxville and Zayn is not going to be for the title. They end up going to, I guess, Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, which they did show Vince McMahon on Pat McAfee's show on Thursday, basically saying he will induct The Undertaker into the Hall of Fame, Vince himself, which I kind of expected that anyways, or Kane. But I will say I did watch the entire interview. It was really good. Some very interesting things. I'll give Pat McAfee some credit. The fact that he was able to get Brock and Vince on the show, and how relaxed they were in doing this interview with both of you. I guess these interviews and whatnot has been very good, and I recommend anybody should go watch that interview. I'm sure some would think, what Vince is thinking, I guess, with the whole releases and competition and a whole bunch of things. But I think it was a very interesting interview to have with Vince McMahon on there. So definitely check that out, because they say he hasn't had a one-on-one since the whole Bob Costas thing and whatnot. So Vince on here with Pat McAfee, I will say it was a very good interview. I did enjoy it, so yeah, definitely check that out. But with Pat McAfee, during the interview also, Vince McMahon did say that Pat McAfee will wrestle at WrestleMania. We just don't know who his opponent is going to be. I'm sure people thought Vince himself was going to, face Pat McAfee, which I do believe Vince is that crazy enough to do it. He will do it, because they're really trying to put as much stuff into this WrestleMania as much as they can. But Austin Theory came out saying, everybody wants you to shut up, that I'm the protege, and that Pat McAfee's a loudmouth, and end up saying, I'm your opponent at WrestleMania, I'm going to beat you to a pulp, which he ended up slapping Pat McAfee's headset off, which Pat got on the top of the announce table saying, get back here, you little bitch, and Theory just did his little selfie thing. McAfee kept calling Cole a horrible human being like he did in the interview, and then, saying, who is that guy? Who was that? Who is that guy? I'm surprised he doesn't know who he is, though. But Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory should be really interesting. Pat McAfee, we know he can go in the ring, so that has been proven. So I got no doubt in that, especially after the Adam Cole thing and stuff. So, that should be interesting to see what's going to happen. But, yeah, Pat McAfee, Austin Theory at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Naomi came out. Basically, it's going to be Naomi versus Carmella. Naomi ended up winning. Of course, got to promote Carmella's show and now her and Corey Graves. But yeah, Naomi got the win. They're still going for the tag titles. Corbin and Madcap Moss. I guess we're in a room somewhere playing poker, talking about not Corbin, but talking about McIntyre at WrestleMania. I don't really want to see McIntyre and Corbin and Mania, but they got to finish the story one way or another. As Corbin talked about, this, I won my first WrestleMania Andre Giant Battle Royale, and talk about how he beat Kurt Angle and stuff. But Drew yeah, Drew ended up going against Jinder. Drew won, Claymore kick. It then talked about Corbin and whatnot, saying he's going to get him at WrestleMania and take him out. Like I said, this is just something to Drew until after WrestleMania, but and whatnot. But after I know they did a little poker set, not poker, but I guess playing darts, and Drew used a sword to put through the dart table, so they did that. Um, Boogs and Nakamura were gonna have to make their entrance until the Usos beat them up so Roman Reigns can make his entrance. Roman and crew came out. The crowd was very heavy on Roman. Roman is from Florida. Well, he's from Pensacola, Florida, but Miami loved Roman Reigns on SmackDown. He told everyone to acknowledge him, which they did. They said, tomorrow night, Madison Square Garden, we got to defend our titles and whatnot. But Roman says, I'm going to smash him up. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to smash him. I'm going to stack him. And I'm going to walk away with both those titles, okay? And yeah, this is a grudge with Paul Heyman, as he said. But, he wants Brock to win at Madison Square Garden because he wants to beat him himself so he can hold both of those titles. So it's not going to be a prediction. It's a spoiler we got going on tonight. So, he said he calls his shot every time, and he's going to deliver every single time. Just like last year at WrestleMania, he going to smash him, he going to stack him, and he's going to win. And this is the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time. And then, we're going to have all the $5 million worth of fireworks going on. I'm going to raise those titles on my head, and Brock will acknowledge me, acknowledge me, acknowledge me, acknowledge me. So, a very confident and cocky promo from Roman talking about Brock, which, like I said, the crowd was very hyped for. So, very good promo from him. Usos went against Viking Raiders. Good tag match. I didn't really think the Viking Raiders were going to win the titles anyway. So, Usos won with the 3D, or the 1D as they call it. So, they ended up winning there. The New Day came out with Big E's ATV. I don't know why it drives so slow. At least Austin kind of drove his really fast. Maybe it's the limp they can drive it. But Sheamus was supposed to go against Big E, but Sheamus and Holland ended up taking them out and ended up beating up Big E's ATV and whatnot, and just destroying it and taking sledgehammers and breaking it outside then. So they did that. Knoxville accepted Sami Zayn's challenge. In the main event, we did have Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville, as Charlotte was on commentary. Very quick match, of course. Basically, Rousey just throwing Deville all over the place, just doing her judo flips and whatnot, and then doing the Piper's Pit. That's, I guess, other move, and then hitting the armbar for the win. Charlotte got in the ring. Rousey ended up taking down Charlotte, putting an ankle lock on her, making her tap until she let her go, and basically sent the crowd home happy after that. So, main event was expected and whatnot. Obviously, I would say the only biggest thing on I guess the only biggest things I should say was just building more matches into WrestleMania, and Ricochet winning the Intercontinental Championship. Hey, Rousey's first ever match on SmackDown, of course, looking dominant and whatnot. So that was basically to be expected from there. But other than that, this is the review for SmackDown tonight. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what's happening at Madison Square Garden show on Saturday, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But we'll see what goes on with it. But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.